for her. And she can cry continuously for like an hour, 30 minutes if care is not taken. I don't know if it's a talent or what. And she's not alone. She has a group of women who are able to actually do that. Please don't do that with your patients. I quite remember in my palliative care practice when I broke bad news, it was so hitting. The case was so special and different. And the patient broke down into tears. What we normally do is we stand, we offer some tissues. Sometimes we do sit and watch them. Other times you can give some tender loving care, patting the shoulder or something. Sometimes the hand, if it is culturally appropriate, you can even try to hold the hand or something. But in this case, it was too hard for myself. I realized when I blink, at that moment, I'm also going to share a tear. So I said, I'm sorry, I will excuse you guys for just a moment. I'll be right back. I went into the bathroom, and in fact, guys, I shed tears. I really cried. Then afterwards, I washed my face with some water as if nothing happened, and I came back to continue whatever I was doing. It does happen. We are all humans, but try to be professional in what you're doing. So, in summary, when dealing with non-psychotic patients, as far as your NCLEX is concerned, you are seeking answers that will reflect, clarify, amplify what the patient is saying, or you restate it in a way that acknowledges the patient's feeling. Okay, avoid responses that are dismissive, judgmental, or forcing to give an option or advice to the patient to take. Give it in an open-ended option where the patient can choose from what is best. Yeah, the focus should be on understanding the patient's perspective, validating their experience, and exploring their feelings and thoughts. Let's answer these couple of questions and see where we go with these. Answer in the chat box, please. All right. Partake. I always tell you guys, take part. Taking part creates an association in your brain. One day, when you see a neurologist, ask them how we are able to store information. You create part. Do I have Emily from Canada in class? Emily from Canada. Let me know if you're in class. Just something small if you can type. I just want to be sure you are here. Wama. Hallelujah. I'm a two-minute. Wama. Adelaide Wama. Oh boy, Juma. Extra shift. Hey. Adelaide, are you still in Canada?
Yes, sir.
Chat me after that. Okay. I need to talk to some.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So the answer obviously is C. Let's try this question quickly. We are far behind time. We are on slide 13 of slide 72. Somebody's name is Asante Dixon. Another one is Benyisi Abrahamani. Leona. Is it Tima or Tima? So that Tima Eddie ama ubi. Ana what Tiamano? And yet Tima. Ana se me fronas one ma. Me sure ni so beti mama. No yet Tima. Ana se Cecilia Ejay. Yewo Ejay kyerɛ sɛ Ejay ni kyerɛ sɛ ase bibia ye oni yi. Ɛna Ejay ni kyerɛ sɛ fada. Ni nyinaa wɔ hɔ. Kasa no ba ebe gugu mu. Na poso ama. All right, so I'm getting some B's, I'm getting some C's. I want a bold person to unmute and tell me what's the answer.
C.
C.
Okay.
C.
So why do you feel anxious about your health or somebody's answer? If the person knows why he feels anxious about his health, why is it there with you? You should just solve it. Okay. It's a little bit some way.